Hello and welcome to another KurtzPel video. I'm Zelp, and today we are supposed to be talking about little tweaks that the game could do to improve the PvP aspect of the game. But they actually did something. They had an update, and now one of the points that I want to brought up has actually been solved. So if you come over to the mission, this is actually one of the changes, is that now they have a battle and also a monster tab, where over here you have all the monsters and over here you have all the PvP stuff. Now this is kind of cool because you get to choose what map you want to go into, and I feel like this is interesting. This is big because one of the points that I wanted to point out was actually the fact that the loadout that you prepare might not match the game that they put you into, because you only can sort of like deselect two out of so many of the list. So in this case, you actually get to choose where you want to go. Now, previously, I could kind of understand why they did that, because maybe there's not enough of a player base, and because of that, they do not want us to be able to pick specific maps to play in. Because if I were to pick something, you were to pick something, and there's not a lot of players, then no one will get to play. So instead, they make it such that there is like sort of like an automated system that will pair you up, and it will bring you to some random map, one of those that you did not unselect. And now that I feel like maybe they have enough of a player base, they are actually making it such a way where you can choose one particular PvP map that you like and you can go into. Now I wanted to talk about this because conquests and, let's say, capture the flag, some particular maps are just not very friendly for bow users, some are just not very friendly for hammer users and stuff like that. So it's kind of like if you were to go to some kind of sports complex and they only allow you to bring one equipment, so you equip yourself with a bicycle and they send you to the swimming pool, it just doesn't match out. So that was actually one of the points that I wanted to talk about. But now you actually get to choose what you want to do. Now this is one of the update. I guess in today's video I'll be probably like talking about some of the changes in the updates. They also kind of fix the bows. So if you look at my last video, you notice that I was using a bow. And the reason why is because instead of whining about how great or how OP I felt bow users are with the stagger and they call it flinch, I wanted to play the bow so that I can show you guys how badly it is and how strong it is. But they actually fixed it. So they removed the flinch from your right mouse button attacks, and also it reduces by 50% from siege. And so you can actually kind of dodge those attacks now. So this is part of the update with the whole Halloween event thing going on. There you go. If you come over here, now they have a category called event. I actually don't know if they have this previously, because I'm still quite new in this and I may have missed. To be honest, I think this is the first event that I'm involved in or I noticed. So over here you can actually see things that you can craft. There are necklaces, rings, or I guess it's a bracelet, and then there is the cape. Now I feel like this cape is really just a sort of like remake of the Marian's cape. So I'm not a big fan of it. I feel like it's but I really like the hat and I really want the hat. And I feel like the developers, they kind of know what we want, because if you check the cost, this one costs 40 candy, this one only costs 20, and the rest just costs lesser and lesser. So I feel like they know that we don't really want that, and thus make it cheaper, and then those things that we really want, they make it like really hard to get. But I'm on the way. The event's gonna last until November. I can't remember the date. Wait, so it's actually gonna reach all the way to November 6th. You know what, let me just pull this over here so that we can talk about all of it, because why not, right? So these is the patch notes and the things that they change. This is the timing of the maintenance, And also, okay, so the cooldown from PvE, I guess there's still some issues with it that is not solved. So there's still a 10 minutes cooldown, but it's a lot better instead of the 20 minutes cooldown that we were experiencing. Okay, so for the event part, the things that they change is really the way the PvP are structured, like I've showed before. Now, according to this, at least, it seems to be only going to be changed this way during the event. So they might actually change it back after the event. And during this period, there is no survival. There is also no what do you call the practice run with the 3v3 and stuff. And every single PvP that you go in is going to be considered as a official probatio. On top of that, I guess over here it tells you that they removed the Bell Sanctum. They also mentioned that they will drop random lost piece pouch in PvP missions. So this one basically gives you random ingredients that you could otherwise get from PvE. I think that is the main thing that they're trying to say, and they call this the PvP burning event. So for the Halloween challenge event, it's very easy. Basically, you need to do one probatio, complete it, and you also have to clear 2-player PvE mission one time, and they will give you a pumpkin head. Now, I'm not a big fan of it, which is why I'm not wearing it. And on top of that, you actually have a chance to get cookies and also candies. Now, you can get cookies by logging in every day, so you can get 1 cookie per login per account, if I'm not mistaken. And then for a candy, you can actually farm them in PvP or PvE. In PvP, you do have a 100% chance of getting if you win. However, in PvE, I believe the chances are, I think, 30%. We'll double check later. And yeah, and then you can synthesize these things that they are currently showing. There's also emotes, which I will showcase in just a bit. So over here, the thing that I'm really interested in is probably going to be the hat and also the emotes. If you can make multiple emotes, I think that might be a good idea as well, to make lots of this so that we can break it down, you know, extract and then use it to craft other emotes. That really depends on how badly I want to actually do this grind, but currently my objective is to get the hat, and after we get the hat, we'll just see how we feel. Okay, so that is, I think that is pretty much it. So these are the changes that they did to the different classes, bows, the thing that I said before. For witches, your right button hole attacks, damage has been decreased. So lightning is no longer as damaging, flaming wheel is not going to be as damaging, and frost nova is not going to be as damaging. The black hole duration has decreased, so you don't actually get to hold like bosses in a specific spot for a very long time. However, I think that might actually be a good thing, because with the duration change, it might be harder for people to get out of. So imagine they dodge and then use a black hole, they might not be able to dodge in time the second time to evade it. I don't know, there's still a lot of testing to be considered. Then for the hammer, the spin attack from right mouse button, breaking damage has increased. Shop update, new premium items, which I'll talk about in just a bit, and also some of the bugs fixed. I think nothing. Yeah, so there is actually one of it, which is this one, issue of skill sometimes not activating, or even though you can press it, you could not activate it. I experienced this many times in PvP. I actually took clips of it getting ready to make a video, but since it's already fixed, I guess I should delete that. Okay, so about the premium items, you can get these, which are considered as basic weapons. So the fist, the bow, the staff, and also a great sword. And if you were to get something called, I think it's called a weapon full set or something, and you can also get the dual souls and also hammer, which is sort of like a special thing. Now these are all DLCs, and if you want them, you might have to pay in order to get them. They also come with one which is a costume set that looks like that, and another one is a undergarment, which is like the underwear. And I actually really want this, because I feel like there are ways where I can dress my character up with the bandages, and it's gonna look so cool if I have the undergarment. But yeah, these are the new things that they added. They also added two new emotes, which is a zombie walk and also a flashlight jump scare, which is this one. And it's going to be at the supply boxes. So we'll probably go ahead and take a look at that as well. Now I'm going to show you some actual in-game footage of the marionette. So I guess it's kind of cool, right? It's like being lifted up in midair. The next one is this one. Snap his fingers, a pumpkin pop out. He hides inside the pumpkin. Sadly, there's no cover. I don't really fancy these emotes that much, especially with the pumpkin, because there's like a sudden change, which I felt like it wasn't a smooth transition. But anyways, that is what we can do. We can also craft things like advanced dye and also basic dye that causes candy. And again, candy you can get from just grinding on missions and PvP. However, the cookies you need to log in every single day to collect one. So if it ends at the 6th and today is the 23rd, I guess that would mean you will have about 12, 13-ish cookies that you can collect. So over here we are at the supply box and we're gonna show you the two emotes. To be honest, I haven't actually seen them in action yet, so I'll be witnessing it together. So I think it's this two. So the first one is this one. Okay. Oh, it stays that way? And apparently he's like drooling some kind of green liquid. It's not the best thing, but yeah, it's not bad. And then there is also a flashlight jump scare. There's like hardly any changes. I think my character is too bright. Maybe I need to go to like a dark area in order for this to work. I guess that is pretty much all of the new stuff that is coming out or came out today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and now that you are properly informed, you can start your grinding for your candies, and remember to lock in every single day until the November 6th to collect all your cookies so that you can get all the good stuff. Remember, it's event, so it's probably gonna go away once it ends. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.